This video is being made for Ben, who's been hunting deer at Highland Hill Farm, and in the last several days he hasn't seen very many deer. So I thought it would be a good idea to go over to my game camera and see what activity has been at our deer feeder. This is a specialized deer feeder. It's called a four-poster feeder. It puts whole corn into a trough, and the deer feed there. When the deer eat the corn in this trough, they get wiped by the ink rollers that you see over there, the paint rollers, and it puts a ticicide on their ears. Now, it's reported that this ticicide on the deer's ears is effective in wiping out tick populations. Some studies have shown that the eradication of ticks to be as complete as 92 to 95% over a 1 to 2 year period. So we've been using this ticicide on our feeder for quite some time now. And in the past 5 months, we have not seen one tick at Highland Hill Farm on Route 313 in Fountainville. I'm sure there's some out there, but we do know that we see a marked drop in the number of ticks. And that's why we have this deer feeder. We ask that the hunters that come sometimes bring us a bag of corn so we can put it in our deer feeder. Some hunters actually help us service the feeder by cleaning the troughs out, because periodically they can get a little bit of water in them and the corn can rot. And we like to keep it fresh for the deer so that they have a tasty meal. The four-poster feeder is easy to clean. It just takes a few minutes. And it doesn't use much corn. The four-poster feeder uses about 1.5 pounds of corn per day per deer, which isn't very much. Sometimes we see quite a few deer at the feeder. However, as of late, deer have been feeding here at night. And deer are nocturnal, which means they like to feed at night. They like to browse around at night. They feel safer. So we are a tree farm. We're mostly in the open, so the deer are not going to stay in the tree rows as much as they would in the forest and the brush on the outlining areas to our farm. However, there are a lot of deer in this area. We're right up next to Peace Valley Park in Bucks County, where there are literally hundreds of deer. So we don't think we're ever going to run out of deer, or the stocking truck needs to show up. There's a lot of deer in this area. We do have a hunter access program at Highland Hill Farm. We let you hunt all kinds of game. The only game we don't like you to hunt are foxes. We don't care about the groundhogs. We don't care about the raccoons. We don't care about the deer. We don't care about the doves. We don't care about the ducks. We don't care about the geese. We care that you come and you have a good time at Highland Hill Farm. We want to make the farm available to people for active and passive recreational purposes. And for that end, we have a hunter access program. We also allow people to come and do photography work here. For example, at Christmas time, a lot of photographers come and bring their clients and have photo shoots at the farm. We also have other ranches and farms in other states where we do allow active and passive recreational opportunities to be partaken of. The Highland Hill Farm that we're at here is in Fountainville, PA on Route 313. We are a tree farm and a nursery. Now you may wonder, why would we want to feed deer and attract them to this area where we're growing trees? Well, the simple reason is, where we're growing trees on this part of the farm, we're growing deer-resistant trees such as Norway spruce. Norway spruce are seldom damaged by deer, except mostly by rubbing. On other areas of the farm, where we have trees that would be damaged by deer, we have an 8-foot-high fence that goes around most of the property. The fences are very effective in keeping deer out, but they do get in. So one of the problems we have is when a deer does get in, we have to try and get rid of it. And for that, we have an email news alert for our hunters. This is another location at Highland Hill Farm where we are treating deer for the Lyme tick. This is another deer feeder that we have right here to help attract them. And this feeder this year brought us a special deer, which if you shoot this deer, we will give you a free river birch tree. This deer is covered with warts. It's one of the worst cases of warts I've ever seen on a deer. And I'd like to get some close-up pictures of this particular deer with the warts. And it is a buck. So if you'd like to hunt at Highland Hill Farm, give us a call at 215-651-8329 so we can discuss our Deer Hunter Access Program. You have to come out one time and we'll show you the property lines. We give you a business card so you can put on the windshield of your vehicle so we know that you're a hunter doing the Hunter Access Program. And then you're welcome to come back and hunt during the season. So again, just give us a call at Highland Hill Farm at 215-651-8329. Thank you. This video is brought to you by Highland Hill Farm. We grow and sell screening and buffering trees for privacy and sound barriers.